And we're on.
It's the Sini-Gang with l-boogy.
And Sterno Supernova.
What's going on there, Sterno?
Not so much, Boogie. How you doing?
Doing good. Let's see. Are you watching anything that's being canceled on TV? Or unhappy about something being canceled?
I don't know. I mean, I'm watching Doctor Who. It's not in danger of being canceled yet, but I'm not sure if it's gonna go in a downward spiral or not. I'm worried about that. That doesn't really count according to your question. But let's see, nothing I really watch religiously. Like I used to watch a lot of sci-fi shows on the Sci-Fi Channel, and one of them was Dark Matter, and that show I used to like a lot, but then it got canceled. But I kind of thought it was going downhill anyway. So, I mean, I know you have a lot of shows that you like that always get canceled. I mean, what?
Yeah, but I also watch a lot of shows anyway.
Yeah.
So the chances of me getting something canceled, obviously, it's higher.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, the Mick I liked a lot.
Right.
Other than that, I really can't think of anything else. I mean,
well, you were for a while. You thought Brooklyn Nine-Nine was done, right?
Yeah, but everyone knows the story behind that.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the shows I wanted to stay up are still going.
I mean, I've been watching a lot of anime more than like live action stuff for some reason. So there's some anime that I don't know how long ago they've been canceled, but there's stuff that it's stopped going. Like there was one I was watching called Log Horizon, which was really good, and some that I'm not sure are coming back or not. I just don't know because I haven't really heard if sometimes some animes just fade away. So it's kind of like I don't know with some of them. I mean, the big ones like My Hero Academia. That's pretty much guaranteed to be fine, but other ones, I don't know. I used to care more about this stuff, but I don't care as much anymore about shows getting canceled. I don't know.
New Girl just ended. I mean, I guess it's not canceled, but it was announced that this was their final season, which I love. I love New Girl.
Right.
It's hilarious. There's so many things that they do on the show that I end up doing in real life. Stuff they say, stuff they play, sayings they do, whatever. It's something. So I'm sort of upset about New Girl, but like I said, it ended, and I think it ended at a good time because it knows it's time.
It ran its course.
It didn't run its course, but it knows it's time. It's time.
Oh.
To me, when you say something ran its course, it's done. I mean, it's like you should be done with. But
okay.
But it's so hilarious. I mean, it's funny.
Well, yeah, you don't want to be a show that just like overstays its welcome, though. That's so.
Plus, it has the Asian chick, Hannah Simone. So, shows with Asian people,
right?
I gotta give props to. I mean, there are a bunch that did get canceled with Asian people, but a lot of them did get saved, fresh off the boat, still going. Agents of Shield, still going.
Well, don't we have one more season, or they give them a shortened season for the next one, or something like that? I'm a little unclear about what's happening with that.
They got renewed.
Their
renewal is for only, I don't know, 13 episodes.
Okay.
Which is something.
Yeah.
And that's where they're at.
Okay.
It's not a final season. It's a renewal for a shortened season.
Okay.
But people say, oh, it's the last season. It's not the last season. People like you who read headlines and say, oh, it's over.
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Spreading false information.
It's not a good sign when you only get renewed for a shortened season, right? I mean,
it depends on how you look at it. Is it an expensive show to put together?
So is that what they're saying?
I don't know. They're not saying anything.
Okay. Did the cost made them have to shorten the season?
Is it a issue with scheduling? It's like it
could be a bunch of different things.
So. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
But yeah, that's still going. What else has Asians in it? Hawaii 5-0. That one has Asians in it, right?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that.
That one got renewed.
The last one I saw, there was some issue with Grace Park and oh damn, I forgot his name. The guy that was in Lost. That they were some issue about pay discrepancies, and they were like
Daniel
Day Kim. Is that right?
Yeah, probably. It's not Daniel Day-Lewis, but yeah.
Something like that.
It's not Daniel Day.
What is it? What's his name?
Daniel Day-Lewis is the my left foot dude.
No, but what's his real name? I'm sorry. I was like,
Daniel Day-Kim.
Isn't that what I said?
I said it's not Daniel Day-Lewis.
I didn't say Daniel Day-Lewis.
I know.
But okay. All right. So it made me think I said something wrong. I thought, like, what did I do? I thought it was correct. Anyway, I don't know. I mean, I haven't watched that in a couple of seasons, so I don't know what's going on with that show either.
You ever watched that 9JKL show? It sucked.
I have no idea what you're talking about, so no.
That one got canceled.
What was that about?
That one, it was a CBS show, had an Asian chick in it. About people who lived in an apartment. I don't know. I didn't like it. I saw one episode.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
Did not like it, but I do remember the Asian chick was all right. Let's see. I don't know what else.
Oh, it's a guy from damn it, Royal Pains. He's in that show too. Yeah. Let's see. All right. Yeah, I even though I love that show, it's not enough for me to watch any show he's in. I just happen to 9JKL. All right. If you could do a show, what would you want to do? Like, just as premise wise, what haven't you seen that you haven't seen lately that you would like to see again?
Filipinos
doing what? Just like a fresh off the boat Filipino version ish. I mean, I'm not saying it
could be fresh off the boat. It could be Friends Filipinos. It could be I don't know. It could be Mork and Mindy Filipinos. Happy Days Filipinos.
So okay. Anything Filipino.
Yeah, it could be MacGyver. Give me a Filipino MacGyver who does Filipino stuff.
Let's see, a Filipino that makes do with whatever is around him to solve the problem. It sounds like every Filipino guy I know.
Yeah. Give me that. Just take anything, put Filipinos in it. It's a whole new show, and it does take a whole. It just changes everything, just because it's a different mentality, I guess you can say. Like if you were to take a show like
what was that one about the people that are like in a like a Walmart or something? The shopping one,
Superstore,
yeah,
which is still going on.
Yeah, I haven't been watching.
Has a Filipino in
I know when he starts talking.
Two Filipinos, I believe, but
two.
Yeah. I want to say the big girl is this Filipino too, but she's Asian at least, Hawaiian.
Yeah. I didn't know she was Filipino, but anyway, yeah. When I found out he was Filipino and he started talking Tagalog, I was like, holy crap! That was the whole thing about him not knowing he was undocumented. Was cool. So
yeah, he owns it. I mean, he's still hilarious on the show.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to hook up with the manager of the store and everything. Oh man, that show's so good. People need to watch that. That one. I don't think it gets enough credit for what it does. But yeah, and like I said, he owns this Filipino culture.
Mm-hmm.
My dude Mateo. So and he is so hilarious, just being himself. I mean, he's not your stereotypical Filipino, but
in what way is he not stereotypical?
He doesn't have an accent. He doesn't.
He does have a slight one.
Not a Filipino accent.
It's not Filipino?
No, it's a gay accent.
No, he has a slight Filipino.
He doesn't have an accent at all.
Oh, I'm just thinking when he was talking.
It's not even close.
No, I was thinking when he was talking to his mom on the phone or something.
It's not even
his grandma.
It's so.
You're right. He doesn't. I'm sorry. I apologize. I was completely wrong about that. Yeah, and I'm just thinking about the one episode when he's talking about him and talking in Tagalog. Of course, he has a Filipino accent in that one.
Yeah. So, I don't know. What else? I mean, if I were gonna make a show, I'll throw a Filipino in. Like I said, it could be your typical American family, Filipino-American family, but
Well,
I
that
mean,
one
fresh
show,
off the boat is that.
the one show that I mentioned, Dark Matter, actually had an Asian lead. I don't know what her ethnicity was, but it was like she wasn't like I don't know, your fetishized China doll kind of thing. She was like a badass, take charge, anti-stereotypical, Asian female, and I thought that was cool. I mean, the rest of the writing of the show didn't really carry it. That's why it got canceled. But that was a neat thing to have in sci-fi. I mean, I don't. I don't. Do you consider Agents of Shield sci-fi or just
yes?
So there, yeah.
Is Agents of Shield sci-fi?
Well, I don't know. I mean, do you love the superhero genre? Is it part of do you consider it superhero genre, or you consider it just sci-fi, straight up sci-fi?
I consider it more sci-fi than superhero.
Okay, because to me it's just so locked into the Marvel universe that I just always think of it as superhero, not. And it is to me there's a difference between sci-fi and superhero. That's why I don't always consider it sci-fi. I don't know, because sci-fi, I don't know, it's a different feel to me between that and what Agents of Shield is.
To me, well, would you consider Firefly sci-fi?
Well, yeah.
To me, Agents of Shield is more sci-fi than Firefly. What makes Firefly sci-fi? The fact that they're in space, and that's it. What superpower or what
Well, it's also
other than Summer Glau doing her thing.
It's also got a different vision of the future, kind of like a story of
this whole season of Agents of Shield is basically was in space.
Well, I know, but that's an alternate future kind of deal. So I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just all in my head. I'm sorry.
It's all in your head.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I feel like since it's Marvel, it's automatically superhero, which means it's maybe a subgenre or just not exactly sci-fi.
No, it's strictly sci-fi.
Okay.
it's a definition of sci-fi.
What is the definition of sci-fi? Just anything with
science fiction. Show with a lot of science fiction where the fiction is in the science. Hence science fiction, which is these people have powers where they can like run at full speed, like they have powers where they could shake things up with their mind,
right,
where they could fly.
Okay. I don't know, because maybe a lot of sci-fi I do have a lot more.
What makes that not sci-fi? What would you say the show?
It's more about a vision of like stuff. It's more about more messagey versus action entertainment
because it has a message.
More of it is. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Like I'm thinking Doctor Who. I'm thinking of of course Star Trek does. They always have these messages with every episode. That kind of thing. That's probably another reason why I don't feel like it just falls within the sci-fi genre exactly. I don't know. Were there messages for the Agents of Shield? No, I don't really.
Yeah, don't destroy the world. Don't.
I mean,
don't steal. Don't kill people.
Okay. I don't know. Okay, I guess.
All right. Sterno says Agents of Shield is not sci-fi.
I said I don't think of it as sci-fi.
He doesn't think of it as sci-fi, so it's not sci-fi to Sterno.
No, I thought of it more superhero-ish.
Just want people to know that who are listening that Sterno thinks that Agents of Shield is not sci-fi.
Well, that's not what I think of when I think of sci-fi. Exactly, pretty much that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm gonna be totally honest. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I mean, totally accepting of the possibility.
You are
wrong. Okay. All right.
It's one thing if you had said Supergirl is not sci-fi, or
why is Supergirl not sci-fi?
Because all she does is fly and punch things.
But they have wait, the show quality does not indicate whether or not it's sci-fi, because there's been a lot of crappy sci-fi.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, there's like creature, there's like science explaining the different things. So why is it not? Okay,
I do call it sci-fi then.
Okay.
I would.
But originally you said it wasn't.
Well, because I was going by your definition of sci-fi.
I'm going by your definition. I'm asking you.
Yeah, Supergirl to me is sci-fi.
So anything superhero-ish by definition, other than Punisher.
Anything that you have to take the science and make believe it or believe in the science of the show.
So if it's like
the science ain't real.
Okay.
The science is fiction.
So okay, going to the Netflix Marvel shows, are they sci-fi? Like Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Defender, all that stuff. Are they sci-fi to you? I'm just
Punisher, no.
Okay, because he has guns and anybody can do that. And
Jessica Jones, yes, easily.
The strength.
Not even that. Purple Man, dude is controls people with his mind.
Right.
Yeah, and there's a lot of other people like that. Yes.
Okay, Luke Cage did some science stuff too.
Yes.
Iron Fist.
Yes. With
it's
the whole
mystical. See, that's sci-fi. That's fantasy, right? More than sci-fi.
To me, that's sci-fi.
Okay. Daredevil.
Okay.
I'm just,
that's you're wrong and I'm right. No,
that's your opinion. I'm not saying that I can't fight someone's opinion.
Yeah, but you can go okay. Which is what you did.
I know.
What you did is basically saying you're wrong and I'm right.
I didn't. That's not what I meant to say. I'm just like
you did.
I'm done discussing it because if you say it's that, then it's like not something I'm going to fight over. I mean,
so to you, a show with people who can fly and who can run fast and who can I don't know, who can read people's minds, that's not sci-fi.
So any one of the, so I mean I
sci-fi has to happen in space.
No. I get what you're saying, but
what is your definition of sci-fi?
I feel if it's superhero, it goes into it goes its own genre. It gets taken out of that.
What about Heroes? The show Heroes.
I don't feel like
that's not sci-fi to you.
That's more like superhero genre.
Oh man, that is like sci-fi to the fullest.
Okay.
Which did get picked up by Sci-Fi, or it's on the Sci-Fi Channel, right?
Is it now? I don't know. I haven't been watching the Sci-Fi Channel lately.
I don't know.
Yeah, doesn't mean anything if it's picked up by the Sci-Fi Channel. They had wrestling on the Sci-Fi Channel. You can't use it as like an argument for it's automatically sci-fi.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying it's got fanciful stuff to it. I just don't know if you bypass the sci-fi thing, call it superhero thing, which is to me different than just straight up sci-fi. That's all I'm saying.
To me, it's not. It's there. It's there. It's all sci-fi.
Okay.
To me, if the science,
you know what? I'm trying not to do that dismissive. Okay, but it just comes out. I'm sorry. I apologize for it. I recognize that you're right about it. Okay. Now that I'm conscious of it, I mean, you pointed out to me. I'm like, man, that really does sound bad.
Do it a lot. Oh my gosh, I do it a lot.
Well, there's conversation, yeah, especially. But yeah, I know. Well, a lot of times I just don't want to fight. It's like, okay, that's okay. That's pretty much it. So,
but yes, to me, if the science doesn't work in real life, yes, it's sci-fi. It's science fiction. The science isn't real. To me, if you could have a point where the science could be real, where the science could work out, like I don't know, if you could prove with science, like multi-universe or something.
That's not sci-fi.
If it's real science.
Well, I mean, okay.
If you can finally prove it.
Say Jack Bauer. I'm a dead show. I'm gonna say Jack Bauer had to go into a different universe. Would that automatically make it sci-fi?
No, if Jack Bauer proved it with real science and basis
but
facts.
It's theoretical science. It's not.
I know. If he made it real, then yes. I mean.
So James Bond is not sci-fi. Because they push the limits of science.
Yes. It's not because they do a lot of stuff that is real, I guess you could say.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of what wouldn't be real on that show.
Well, they had
of course you can't,
they push technology beyond what we can do now just to make it more cool.
Yeah. You can't jump off of a train and land on a speeding car while shooting 50 people at the
Well, I was thinking, what was that one Pierce Brosnan one where they had the car that had the mini cameras and it became like camouflage? It was conceptually out there, but it wasn't really done yet. I mean,
but I'm also saying, like, if the show was done in if we had a TV show in the 1920s and they had, I don't know, spaceships, space shuttle.
Okay.
Back then, that would have been sci-fi, but now that there's space shuttles,
so it's not sci-fi anymore.
If it has a space shuttle,
so it stopped. If we fulfill it,
then
it stops becoming sci-fi. It's no longer sci-fi.
Yes, Apollo 13, the movie, is that sci-fi?
Apollo 13, the movie, was like a retrospective of
yes.
Yeah, but it was made in like the 2000s or
Yeah.
1990s, and then it was
But so
about
it's
in the
not
60s.
sci-fi. But if you made that exact same movie in 1960,
Right, but are you saying like a movie made in 1960 before?
but I'm just saying the science was real,
right.
so it's not sci-fi.
No, but if it's speculative science, like if the 1920s were like, oh, we have a ship that can take us to the moon and we can go in orbit, and then that was sci-fi then. But are you think it's no longer sci-fi now that we can do a lot of the stuff?
Yes, unless we run into aliens up there or something, then it's sci-fi. But
I never actually considered the idea of like stuff that was originally sci-fi no longer being
sci-fi.
Yeah, when we fulfill the stuff that was done. Like, I don't know. All right. I didn't even, wow. I was just like not blowing my mind, but it was something to think about.
To me, if it's grounded in reality, grounded in science.
So anything with an alien to you is not reality.
Yeah, because there's no such thing.
We've had a discussion on a previous show that I believe there is alien life somewhere out there. I don't know if we'll ever talk to it, but you're like, there's none. That's
no.
Okay. Oh, damn. Did it again. I'm sorry. That really wasn't conscious. I'm sorry.
So if we do find a blue guy with big eyes in real life, then you put movies with blue guys and green eyes. I'm like, okay, no longer sci-fi.
If we find like microscopic life somewhere, would you consider that enough to say that there are alien life out there?
To me, it has to be intelligent
alien life.
Yes. Yeah. To me, yeah. There. I'm sure there are microscopic bacteria and plants maybe on other planets.
Right.
But to me, if I don't know about intelligent life.
Yeah. There
could be, like I said, there's
a lot of things about that whole thing.
There could be bugs somewhere.
Well, there could have been that it died off. They're so far away that we can't communicate with them. A bunch of stuff like that too. I just think that the universe is so vast that we just gotta assume there's a possibility that we can have them there. There is intelligent life somewhere out there.
Yep.
But you're like, no, just microscopic at best.
Yes.
Okay. And that was a good okay. That wasn't a dismissive okay.
And I know, like I said, I've said it before. I'm a big Neil deGrasse Tyson fan, and he says it's really naive of us to think that there isn't intelligent life out there. Right. The fact that we're like a tiny speck of sand in the galaxy.
Right.
That it's naive of us to think we're the only ones in this universe.
But you just disagree with them.
Yeah, I need more science.
The Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, to me, he's like the quintessential physicist out there or scientist.
Right.
And he thinks we have intelligent life out there.
Well, a lot of times we use Neil deGrasse Tyson as like to back up, like, hey, that's what he thinks. That's why we, like you said it before, you use his name as to give your statements credence because you're kind of echoing what he's put out there.
Yes, and I like I said, I'm a fan of his. I believe a lot of the stuff he does. I believed in his taking away Pluto as a planet. He stated his facts. He he does all that. He talks about why the Earth is round, stuff like that.
Yeah,
he definitely proves his point with that. By him saying there's alien life out there, he hasn't proved anything. He just says, I think there would be.
Okay, so he's just saying it's just he's not putting out there as scientific fact is what you're saying. Okay, I get it.
So I'm just saying, I believe a lot of the stuff he does because he knows the science, but that part of it, he's just guessing.
Okay,
I don't have to believe everything he says because I'm not a lemming.
I wasn't sure how much you put on that. Like I know you put a lot of weight on his opinion, but
yeah.
But I don't consider you a lemming. I mean,
I listen to a lot of what he says, and you
make your own decision.
Yes,
which a lot of people need to do.
He's a big atheist too. I mean,
Yeah.
So you don't. I could not agree with that. If I don't want to. So the fact that he says there's other life, there could be other life. What makes me think that him saying there's no God make me believe that also.
Right.
So he says that, and I could say yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
Now he says now there could be intelligent life. I could say yes or no.
Okay. I get it. All right.
If he had said yes, there's a God, then yes, I'll believe him and everything he says.
If he converts all of a sudden and starts spouting that there is a God, okay, that would be interesting. I don't see it happening, but yeah.
No, he's definitely a prominent atheist. I was about to say Asianist.
He's pro-Asian, I guess. I don't know. Is that what an Asianist would be?
Yes.
Or just an expert on the Asian condition.
Someone who's pro-Asian is an Asianist. Moving away from that, let's go to movies.
Sure.
Are you excited about this crazy Rich Asians movie coming out?
I'm interested, but I'm not excited. I wouldn't say I'm like all over it, but I've seen the trailer, and I was like, yeah, that looks pretty cool. I mean, I'm not one of the people that would have to see it the first day, but I would like to see it.
I am definitely seeing it.
Uh-huh.
I'm also worried it's good or bad, but it doesn't matter. To me, it's a big time Hollywood movie made by Asians, full of Asians, and it needs to be seen. It's the Joy Luck Club of our generation. It's
the Joy Luck. Yeah.
I mean, it could suck, and I'm worried about it because I know the story and the movie is going in another direction, or just picking a certain direction that I wouldn't have went. But the fact that it's an Asian movie, if it bombs at the box office, then there won't be any more Asian movies for decades probably. So there's a lot riding on this one movie.
Now, do you remember if the Joy Luck Club was like a big hit or just
it was a huge hit?
Okay.
But it wasn't your big smash. And this is at a time when you didn't have big blockbuster movies that weren't Star Wars at the time.
Right.
This is 1994, 96. It's in the 90s.
Yeah.
It might have been even like 93. But they just celebrated their
93.
Yeah, they celebrated their 25th anniversary.
Oh, right.
Just recently. But 1993, blockbuster movies were like not every summer.
You could have a summer where it's kind of like a dud summer.
It just wasn't a thing. It just wasn't like you were expecting blockbusters every summer. I mean,
but yeah, I mean, I think about Joy Luck Club. It comes up in my mind, like some of the stuff, like, I don't know how to put it, because it's like I don't like constantly quote it or anything, but I think about sometimes scenes from it, like when you think about how people sacrifice, like like the Asian condition about the immigrants and all that stuff and the discrimination.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Right,
it's a good movie. It was a good book.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but I mean,
now Crazy Rich Asians, it's gonna be different.
Right,
it's not gonna be something we're gonna look upon and say, "Oh, I can relate."
yeah.
It's not going to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
But if it does well, there's a good chance that movies where I could, with Asians saying, where I could say I can relate, there's a better chance of that happening.
Mm-hmm.
If Crazy Rich Asians does well. So there's a lot riding on it. So yeah, even if it does suck, I hope it still does numbers because it's important. And for the actors too, they need to get their faces out there. I mean, they're all it's a bunch of good people doing it. I don't even know who the main guy is, but
the main actor?
Yeah.
Henry Golding?
Yeah, I don't know who he is.
Neither do I.
But I know Constance Wu.
Oh yeah.
I know Aquafina.
Mm-hmm. That's August 17th. Is the release date for that?
So I'm basically telling people you need to see it, or else we're not going to get Asian movies anymore. This is my thing. This is what I push for. I wish they had done it with another book, but hey, it's there.
Mm-hmm.
It's done.
Is there
Someone
a
did
book
something.
that, I mean, is there a book when you said that statement? Is there a book in mind that you would have thought would be a really good movie?
See, I read a lot of Asian books, but a lot of them I don't like to be movies. They're
Oh,
good books, but they wouldn't be good movies.
right.
I mean, they'd be good like small movies, like independent.
But they're not
flicks.
going to be a blockbuster per
No,
se.
like there's one about these two Filipino brothers who raise dogs to fight, which is
Ooh.
yeah. I don't
Oh,
I don't want that to be a movie, but
no,
I love the book.
Oh man.
And then to me, it was all right because I'm like, yeah, Filipinos, yeah, I'm
Yikes.
okay with with the book.
Man.
I can't think of anything.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, they picked this. I mean, it was a popular book. It's a funny book. I've read most of it. But yeah, that's not what I would have went with. I would have went with something more more drama, I guess, like a Joy Luck Club. I'm telling you, we need a flock to this. Just like.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, even if I'm not excited about it, I do want to help the movie, at least the numbers. Yeah. I guess because to me it looked just like a, I don't know. I mean, I know it's Asian, but it's just like a romantic comedy kind of thing, and it seemed like the trailer gave away a lot of the story. Maybe I'm wrong about that. So I was like, yeah, okay. I mean,
there's two ways of thinking about it.
Uh-huh.
There's also the person who thinks, hey, why do I have to go to see a movie just because there's Asians in it? You know?
No, which is interesting.
Yeah. In fact, I watched this one YouTube video of a guy who actually I think he had some part in the movie. He gave both sides, saying why you shouldn't go to it just because you're Asian and why you should go to it just because you're Asian.
Right.
He did your counterpoint.
Yeah.
All by himself.
Mm-hmm.
And he did give some good points, like, yo, it could be a bad movie. Hey, why am I going to waste my money on a bad movie?
Yeah.
He also said, hey, this movie isn't about me. Like I said, it's about crazy rich. It's like the royal family. It's like, I mean,
yeah, they're mega rich people.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, like, did you care about the royal wedding in England about Prince Harry and?
I just watched because I didn't want to like.
But it didn't really matter to you, did it?
I just happened to turn it on. That's how it was for me. I was like, oh, it's on. I might go watch it.
Yeah. See, you didn't have that much of interest in it.
No.
And this is basically a movie version of Asians and a royal wedding. Yeah. So it's like it doesn't interest you, probably.
Yeah, because they're crazy rich, and yeah. I
so
don't identify with them as much. I identify with their Asian background, obviously, but yeah.
But my thing, like I said,
no, you make a good point. I mean, I'm not denying that. I mean, if I think of it that way, and I mean, because it would be something to keep the door open for things to come that might be more.
Yeah.
I don't want to say substantial, but I'm trying to get to something it'll just allow it to keep going. If the fact, like you said earlier, if it fails, will be a step back for everybody.
Yep. Because the next movie producer will say, "Hey, we can't do an Asian movie. This one sucked, or this one bombed. No one saw it, and it doesn't matter if the movie sucks. If it makes money and the movie sucks, it's still good,
right?
I mean, how many Ernest movies have they made? Ernest Goes to Camp.
I don't know. I want to guess at least 5 or 6.
Yeah, it still makes bank.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen one Ernest movie.
Neither have I, honestly.
Ernest Goes to Jail. Ernest Goes to Hollywood.
Yeah.
And then, of course, this is in the 90s. I'm trying to think of something more recent that sucks that people keep seeing. That I mean, there's movies I don't like.
I haven't watched all the 50 Shades, but I guess that's already.
But we're not the audience. Yeah, we're not that audience. But I mean, there are bad movies out there.
I mean, there's some when you see them, you're like, they're making another one of these, and that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Why are they making another one? Do people like it that much? Apparently, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hollywood's not going to make something that they just for the artistic value big Hollywood. They're just gonna do. They only want to make money. That's their point. So yeah.
Yep. And when you get big Asians in movies, you'll get Asians on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get Asian music, and then I get to be popular with.
That'll elevate all of us.
Yes,
right? We all get elevated, which is true. I'm not joking about it, because yeah.
I'm trying to connect it to me somehow. I just made a big jump though.
Yeah, I know. I was just like, okay, I'll go with that, I guess. So, sure.
Yeah. So, and then we get Asian superheroes. Then you get Asian superhero movies, which is, the end game for us.
The Asian superhero movie. That means we made it. That means we're here.
When we get Asian Batman, then yes, I will finally stop talking about it. When
the dream will have been fulfilled when we have an major Asian superhero.
Yes, I'm not stopping with Asian. I don't know. Hawkeye. No.
Why are you picking on Hawkeye? I get it.
No, we need an Asian Batman. We need an Asian Thor.
Something, along those lines. Asian Superman. We should make that.
Yeah. One of these days, I'm gonna do my podcast on Asian comics and superheroes. I have to do my I know the stuff, but I want to. I don't want to say research it, but I need to write down my thoughts correctly.
To condense your thoughts so you can be more effective when you talk about.
That's the thing. I just don't want to spiel about or just.
Yeah, because we come off the head like we're doing right now. You can miss stuff or you don't push your point as well as you could.
That's something I do know about, though, is the Asians in comic books. So before people say, hey, there are Asian superheroes. Yeah. We know this. We know about Asian Hulk.
Yeah.
We know about the new Superman being Asian. So.
Yeah.
Before people start saying, there are already Asians in superheroes.
There's a long tradition of Filipino artists in comic books. And then, we were actually part of we attended a panel about that in our local Tidewater Comic-Con. So we talked about Filipinos and Asians in the comics too. So yeah, we actually participated, which was cool. So
yeah. You get anything good at that Comic-Con, the local Comic-Con, Tidewater Comic-Con?
Anything good? I got a picture with Dr. Beverly Crusher. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I didn't care. I don't know.
Yeah, like
what do you think is good
about that?
Yeah, no. What was
about the panel?
No, about the whole thing.
Oh, the good. I mean, honestly, it didn't. Didn't raise it to another level to me, but it kept it going. The momentum of like how it was, fun to get everybody together. People enjoyed the culture. I was telling my brother to bring his children so they could see everything and enjoy the comic books. I mean, it was a good time. I just didn't feel like it surpassed the previous one. I mean, and that's okay. You don't have to always be like the best one ever. I seeing the artists, and it's always fun for me. I mean, some of them I know the art more than I know the people and their names. So it's like, you tell me this person's coming, I will be like, oh, okay. But then you're like, oh, this is the person that drew this. And I'm like, oh crap. That's how I think of it. I don't know. When I was collecting, I didn't really care as much about the artists except for like maybe Jim Lee or John Byrne. I don't know how to pronounce his name. George Perez, those kind of things, classic guys. But the new stuff, and especially since I'm not collecting on a regular basis anymore, it's still cool to see, but I'm not as in touch with the comic book part of it. But it was still fun. I mean, what do you think of it?
It was cool. I met a lot of people. I talked to a lot of people. I talked to an Asian artist. His name's Pop Man. If you're into comic books, you probably heard of him. He does a lot of DC stuff. He does big comic books. Pop Man. Man, I believe is M-A-H-N or M-H-A-N. One of those. It's easy.
Yeah.
Pop. The first name Pop. Talked to him for a while. Talked about some of the stuff he's got coming up. He actually wants to move to this area. I said, cool.
He said that?
Yeah, we talked about it for a while. He's asking me, what's good, what's bad. There's another dude. I told you about this dude.
Mm-hmm.
He has a he has a game he's trying to put out, a board game, a card game.
Mm-hmm.
The card game is called Refugee. It's about it's a controversial game. It's a card game about refugees, and there are people who are trying to like put down the refugees. The point of the game is for the refugees to like live. It's so confusing. But
I forgot. Yeah, I was there when he explained it to you the first time.
yeah,
but I've forgotten since then.
I mean, he did get a lot of hate when he had a Kickstarter for it. He got a lot of backlash.
Well, there was a lot of political. Like,
it's a very political game.
Yeah, so it's not just like he was like, oh, neutral about everything.
It's sort of an anti, if you know, because there's sort of a anti-refugee movement going on right now. This was sort of the opposite of that.
Yeah.
So you have your people who don't want the refugees saying, "Hey, this is spreading bad bad vibes."
This is one of those social justice warrior, blah blah blah, yada yada things.
But I did talk to him about that. He talked about how he's still going on with it and he's made some changes. But he, I don't know. People need to look that up. You know, help him support. I told him I'm all for his game, but he's still struggling trying to get it going. His name's Thomas Mon, M-O-N. And it's called the Refugee Card Game. If you want to look for that, he also has a book out on Amazon called what is the name of his book? Put Your Fucking Phone Away, I think.
What's the name? What's the name of the guy again?
Thomas Mon. M-O-N is the last name. It's a book on Amazon. It's pretty good. I have it.
So you like the book?
What's the book called? Or
I'm saying, yes, Put Your Effing Phone Away.
Yeah, it's a comedy
by Thomas Mon and Trin Banks.
Yeah, it's a funny book about putting your phone away. I guess.
No suspense there. They didn't hide it at all. You got it right from the title. Put your effing phone away.
Yeah. It's basically about how we're so addicted to the smartphones.
Oh God, yeah.
That kind of thing. It's funny. But yeah, buy that book on Amazon. I talked to him for a while. He's a pretty nice guy. There was another dude. I can't remember the guy's name. Asian guy.
At the Tidewater Comic Con?
Yeah. He sold me some books. He told me to come up to Baltimore, hang out. I was like, I'm not coming to Baltimore.
Not because you didn't like him, but just because you don't want to go to Baltimore.
Yeah.
Okay.
I told you, one thing I do at Comic Con is I meet all the Asian vendors or Asian artists and Asian
writers
people. Writers. Yeah, that's one of the things I like to do. Yeah, and I met a lot of people, so and I bought a lot of stuff. Not too much. I'm pretty good about not buying too much, but every now and then I'll buy something stupid.
Yeah, I need to get better about that, but it's like I said, I enjoy it. So, as long as I'm happy about what I bought and don't really regret it, that's okay.
All right, let's do a Tagalog word of the day.
Sure. This is a part of our podcast where we educate our listeners on the Filipino language. Neither Boogie nor I are actual native speakers of Filipino or Tagalog, so if we get some aspect of the word incorrect, like its pronunciation, general usage, or some nuance of its meaning, feel free to let us know because we value your feedback. But please keep in mind that we've said and we will continue to say that our podcast is not a resource for education or a knowledge-based podcast. It's just a couple of guys talking, and we just like to share a little bit of the culture, the language of the Philippines. You might be able to use it sometime in conversation. That'd be cool. But yeah, just let us know. We want to hear what you think about the words. If we say it wrong, please let us know, but don't be mean about it because we're sensitive people. Do you have a word, Boogie?
Let's go with I don't know. I'm trying to think of an easy one. A lot of the words I'm thinking of, I don't think you know, or I don't even know
How
how to
about
use.
bastos? Have we done that one already?
Sure. What's bastos? Or use bastos in a sentence. Sterno?
Uh, no, hindi lang tagos the phone. I can't. I'm trying to hide the phone. So bastos sister no hindi lang. I don't know. I'm terrible about this. I can't string it together. Napakang bastos turno si utot parang. I don't know. Give me some help here because I'm totally floundering.
Tarantado sa si Sterno merong
Did she use bastos in there?
I'm getting to it.
Okay. I thought you were done. I'm like,
merong playboy si Sterno sa kotse pastos. Si Sterno. Walang pantalones si Sterno. Bastos.
You just upped it up. All right. Dang. So yeah, bastos in just so you know what it means, bastos means not polite or rude. So the fact that I wouldn't put my phone away which was what I was trying to say, and him saying that I have a Playboy magazine in my car. So yeah, that would be rude. So let's make bastos our word of the day. Bastos.
All right. Anything else?
No, I think I'm good.
Make sure you visit our website, www.cine-gang.com.
Or email us at thecine-gang@gmail.com.
Follow us on Twitter at The Sini-Gang.
Find us on Facebook on facebook.com/thecine-gang. And look for our videos on YouTube. Do a search for our URL, www.cine-gang.com. And that should take you to our videos. If you happen to go to one, please comment, subscribe, like, all that stuff would be really awesome. So until next time, this is Sterno Supernova.
And this is l-boogy the Elemental One saying thanks for listening and
Sige na. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for watching. Everybody, tune in for next episode. Till then, take care.